She handed a stranger a free meal that wasn't on the menu, and within 24 hours, every door she'd been begging life to opened at once. But she had no idea the man she helped was secretly watching her kindness and testing her. If this story touched your heart, show your love, like, share, and comment your thoughts. Emma Hawkins had survived through more bad days than good ones. At 26, she was a waitress in a small-town diner called Maple and Steam, the kind of place where the walls smelled of coffee and old stories. She worked double shifts, saved every penny for her younger brother's medical bills, and kept a smile glued to her face even when her heart felt like it was cracking. That morning had been tougher than most. Her brother, Evan, had suffered another seizure the night before, and the hospital bill lying in her apron pocket felt heavier than bricks. But Emma still stood behind the counter at 6 a.m., tying her dark hair back, whispering to herself, just one more day. You can do this. The diner was unusually quiet when the doorbell chimed and a man stepped in. He wasn't dressed like anyone important, faded jeans, a simple black tee, messy brown hair, and tired eyes. Nothing about him screamed wealth or power. If anything, he looked like someone carrying the world on his shoulders. His name was Caleb Turner, but Emma didn't know that. She didn't know he owned Turner Global Industries. She didn't know he was one of the youngest billionaires in the country. She didn't know he had walked into her diner with a purpose. He wanted to find real kindness, not the kind money could buy. He wanted to see if humanity still existed in small, quiet corners. And today, he had chosen this diner. Good morning, Emma greeted, putting on her best smile. Morning, Caleb replied softly, scanning the menu with a distant look. He looked empty. Not hungry for food, but starving for something deeper, maybe hope, maybe compassion. After a long pause, he spoke. What can I get for $5? Emma blinked. Everything on the menu was at least $8. But his voice carried embarrassment, like he hated asking. She gently leaned forward. Don't worry about it. I'll get you something warm. He looked up sharply. I didn't ask for anything free. I know, Emma said with a gentle smile. But sometimes people need a meal more than they need pride. And that's okay. Caleb stared at her, surprised. Most people he met treated him based on his wealth. They begged for help, adjusted their tone, or showed fake respect. But this girl? She saw a human being who might be struggling. Emma walked to the kitchen, and despite the manager's strict rules about giving free food, she prepared the best she could, eggs, toast, and a small bowl of fruit she paid for with her own money. When she brought the plate, Caleb couldn't even speak for a moment. Why would you do this for me? He finally whispered. Emma sat the plate down gently. Because someone once helped me when I had nothing. And I promised myself I'd pay it forward. Caleb froze. That was exactly what he needed to hear. This wasn't scripted kindness. This wasn't kindness expecting a reward. It was real. He ate slowly, watching Emma as she rushed around serving customers with the same warmth she had shown him. She refilled old Mr. Parker's coffee before he even asked, helped a mother calm her crying toddler, and checked on the kitchen staff with genuine care. Caleb saw something he hadn't seen in a long time. A heart that kept giving, even while breaking. When he left, he placed a note under his cup. No big reveal. No hint of who he truly was. The note simply read, Thank you. I won't forget this. Emma smiled, folded the note, and tucked it into her pocket. She had no idea how true those words were. A black car parked outside the diner, sleek, polished, definitely not local. Everyone inside turned to look as a man in a navy suit stepped out, holding a brown envelope. Emma was wiping tables when he entered. Are you Emma Hawkins? He asked. Yes, that's me. He handed her the envelope. Mr. Turner asked me to deliver this personally. She frowned. Mr. Turner. The name meant nothing to her. The man gave a polite nod and left. With trembling hands, Emma opened the envelope. Inside was a letter, and a check. She felt her heartbeat in her ears. The check was for $120,000. Her knees nearly buckled. She read the letter. Emma. You offered kindness expecting nothing in return. That kind of humanity is rare. Yesterday, I pretended to be a man with empty pockets, and you fed me with a full heart. I learned more from you in one morning than from all the business meetings I've had this year. This check covers your brother Evan's medical treatment and 1 year of support. I would also like to offer you a job at Turner Global, full benefits, full training. People like you should never struggle alone. Thank you for reminding me what real kindness looks like. Caleb Turner. Emma pressed a hand over her mouth as tears spilled down her cheeks. The customers watching her began whispering. Her manager rushed over. Emma? What's happening? She could barely breathe out the words. He's a billionaire. The man I helped yesterday, he was a billionaire. The diner burst into stunned silence. Emma stepped outside, clutching the letter like it was her lifeline. The cold air hit her cheeks, but inside she felt something warm, something she had forgotten to feel. Hope. Real hope. Evan's treatment, their debts, their future, everything that felt impossible yesterday suddenly felt within reach. Her phone buzzed. A message from an unknown number. I didn't reward you for giving me a meal. I rewarded you for giving me faith in people again. See. She closed her eyes, letting a smile finally form, a real smile, not the forced one she wore to survive. In that moment, Emma realized something powerful. Kindness isn't a transaction. It's a seed. And one day, it blooms where you least expect it. Sometimes the smallest act of compassion, one free meal, one moment of humanity, can rewrite a person's entire life. Not because the world suddenly becomes fair, but because kindness has a way of circling back with unimaginable strength. Emma helped a stranger without knowing he was a billionaire. And that stranger helped her create a life she once believed was impossible.